Alright, so here is my third video. Already 9:45, about 12 hours before my flight. Third video will be about the miscellaneous stuff that you will bring. Saying that they're miscellaneous doesn't mean that they're not useful, they're not important, but rather they are not, I don't have a category to lump them in, so I call them miscellaneous. Now first, medicines. Medicines are quite important. Why they're important? Because in China, you could buy medicines, over-the-counter medicines, but they're A, expensive, they aren't cheap, B, they could be fake. It's entirely possible they are fake, and if they're useful, if they're useless, that's okay. If they're like poison and harmful, that would be even worse. Okay, in China, the most important thing is you don't want to be sick. You're a foreigner, you're a traveler, you're not a local, you don't want to get sick. If you go to the hospital, they are gonna overcharge you, they're gonna overbill you. It will not be a pleasant experience. I've heard stories about how hospitals will overcharge you and they will force you to buy like their expired medicines, expired medical supplies. They will just pile all these old stuff on your bill and force you to buy it, and you have to pay it. If you don't pay it, they will just call the cops on you, and you don't even speak their language, and it will suck for you. So don't get sick. I got sick one time. I broke my arm. I wasn't sick. I broke my arm, and I had to use one of my local friends' ID to get a fake account of some sort to get examined. So I had to pretend to be a local. So I bought all these Shoppers Drug Mart. Imodium. Imodium, Advance, and these treats a couple of things. Stomach pain, diarrhea, gas, cramp, bloating, anything that's related to terrible food is, well, if not terrible food, but if the local food does not agree with your stomach, say if it's too greasy, too spicy, too salty, not clean, eat this so you don't have to spend a whole day on the can. Vitamin, these are optional. I don't know if you want to bring them or not, but if you cannot get a lot of local fruits or whatnot, if you don't get taken a lot of fruits, try taking one vitamin pill a day. If you want, these you don't really have to bring them if you don't want to. Or these are sanitized wraps, wipes. So if you cut yourself, or if you're in a mountain and you have like dirt in your wounds or whatnot, use these sanitized wipes to clean your wounds. Otherwise, I guess you could always pee on your wounds. That ammonia also kills bacteria. So if you don't want to pee on your wounds, use wipes. Tylenol. I already opened this because I had a headache the other day. Tylenol. Pain relief for headache, whatever. Cut yourself, broke your arm, broke your leg, hit your head, got into a fight. Tylenol. These Tylenol, they're fairly good, but you have to make sure you don't just gulp them down like candy. I mean, they are sugar coated, but don't eat them like candy. I think the instruction says 1 tab every 4 to 6 hours, cannot be more than 8 tabs a day. So these are good. Even if they're not helping, they still give you placebo pain relief. Butterfly waterproof wound closure. These are good because if you're going solo by yourself and you don't have if you cut yourself and you don't have something to hold your wounds, you cannot suture your wounds together with thread needle and threads. You could use this butterfly thing to hold your large gaping wounds together so you don't bleed and get infections. I actually try to buy suture needles. but I cannot find any suture needles. At least they don't sell them in London Drug or Shoppers Drug Mart. These are antibiotic ointments, also for wiping on your wounds, quite important as well. These are band-aids. Band-aids, quite important. You're gonna hurt yourself, trust me. If you're gonna spend, a couple months out there, people hurt themselves. It's not, pain. You learn from your pain, right? If you don't hurt yourself, where's the fun? Alright, so put all your medical equipment in a pouch. It's a medical pouch. Of course, you could, probably should unwrap all these and put them in. See? It's a lot smaller if you unwrap them instead of going in with a full package. If you go in with a full package, it's going to take a lot more space than you're supposed to. See? There you go. Saving space right here. Alright, also, what is also important? Water bottle. Water bottle is super important. Like if you go out for a run or go out for a jog, you want water bottle. When you go hiking, you want water bottle. When you're in China, you want water bottle because Chinese water, if you drink out of you can't drink out of the tap, not like North American. You can't drink out of the tap, or you will get diarrhea, malaria, whatever, rhea. You don't want those. Those are bad. You don't want to sit in the toilet all day. Boil the water before you drink it. Drink boiled tea. They have a lot of tea over there. Well, there was a story. Someone told me. I don't know if it's true. If you go to visit a Chinese family, if they serve you hot tea, they like you a lot. If they serve you cold tea, they kind of like you. Not so much, but if they serve you hot water, then they serve you cold water, they don't serve you anything. So, if they serve you cold water, don't drink it. Yeah, get a lot of water. Another thing, if you're in China, if you can buy bottled water, boil water, don't drink out of the tap. Also, beer is good too. Their beer is very, very light. Compared to Canadian beer, it's like 3% over there. It's like 5% over here. So, buy their beer. The beer is more like yellow water, which is, yeah, it's not good for beer, but it actually hydrates you. Beer is supposed to dehydrate you. Alcohol is supposed to dehydrate you, but their beer is so light it actually gives you water. So drink beer, save water. Cup, very important. Much like you want your own cup. It's for multiple things, like a very large metal cup. You could use it as a bowl. Use it to smash someone over the head when you're in a fight. When you're in a fight, you can smash somebody over the head with these things. Not suggesting you get into a fight with people, but if you have to defend yourself. Utensils. Chopsticks and spoon. If you want forks, if you can't use chopsticks. These. It's optional. It's optional. You don't really have to bring them, but Chinese utensils are often, this might sound scary, but like they're throwaway utensils. They actually like wipe them, boil them down, and repackage them for you to use again. It's actually freaking scary and dirty when you think about it. Alright, camera case. For camera, a book that you can read on the train. When you're on the train, you're gonna travel in China either by plane or train. From one province to another, it's gonna be like 10-hour, 12-hour, 2 days of train ride. You're gonna need a book. You want a book, trust me. Beef jerky, if you're hungry, you need food. Notebook, very important if you need contact information, insurance information, bank accounts. If you, like me, if you cannot remember numbers, if you're terrible with numbers and can't remember things, you want this to keep you on track. Contact info, if you can't remember your own address, if you can't remember the address of your hostel, hotel, whatnot, it's just good. Also, if you come up with if you're on the road, you all of a sudden get a stroke of genius, came out with a cure for cancer, a cure for AIDS. You want to write it down, right? You know, if you don't have something handy to write down the cure for AIDS, you might shoot yourself in the face later on. What else? I think this is pretty much it. Other than you still have, you know, nail clippers, toothbrush, you know, face washcloth, or you don't really need like dry cloth or whatnot, but it's up to you. Toothpaste. I think you could also always buy local toothbrush, toothpaste, buy local once you land. But if you don't, if you're not comfortable with using foreign brand toothpaste, you could always bring them, I suppose. But make sure you don't bring like bottles and toothpaste and whatnot on the plane, because they will probably stop you and ask you what the hell it is if it's some sort of explosive. But I think that will be all the things I'm going to bring. If I think of anything, I will add more videos later. But I think that's it. Oh yeah, also rope. You want rope for tying up things. You could tie up your blanket and bring it along with you. But then you need rope for other things, right? Always need rope for tying things, tying people, if you're into that kind of thing, kinky stuff. I think that's it. Also, oh yeah, you want a lighter for whenever you want to set things on fire, set people on fire. Light cigarettes. That's it. That's it. If you have visit relatives, you want to bring them gifts. You probably want to bring those as well. But I think that's it. Oh yeah, you need to bring a USB drive if you want to do stuff like me. USB drive, important. You don't want to buy things. I've actually heard a story about people who bought iPod, iPhone, and like cell phones in China, and when they open it up, it's actually a brick inside, which is hilarious for people when you listen to the stories. Not so hilarious for people who spend $400. I'm buying an iPhone. Alright, that is all for this video.